Welcome to Guy Aitchison's Reinventing the Tattoo community, where tattoo artists, apprentices, collectors, and the curious are all encouraged to join in these live streams or to catch the replays. It's a fantastic set of artistic inspiration, and ultimately the goal is to share with each other, to inspire each other, and to create better art and tattoos together. Not sure which channel you're beaming in from or watching this, if you're either doing it live or on the replays, but I'm going to give you the rundown of where you could find it, how you could find all of the archives, and then let you know a little bit about our sponsors, some of our regular shows. This is the perfect time to let us know in the chat rooms whether it is working for you. This is going out on the YouTubes, and it looks like it actually is. So thank you very much, YouTube, for that. We also have, so it's the Reinventing the Tattoo YouTube channel, as well as the TattooNOW YouTube channel. We've got Facebook, and it looks like it is indeed going out on the live stream. Looks like we've got about 25 people watching there. Oh, shit, now it's, stop. Okay, sorry, I'm doing the tech at the same time as hosting. So wherever you are, you might be listening to this on the podcast. The best way to always get a hold of the schedule as well as the replays is in the Reinventing the Tattoo app. Pick your poison, either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Reinventing the Tattoo, give it a download. Positive reviews, please. Out on those channels. We love constructive criticism at management@reinventingthetattoo.com, or if you're interested in sponsoring or bringing Reinventing to your spot or whatever. Anyways, okay, so there we go. Yes, give the mobile app a download. You can also go straight to community.reinventingthetattoo.com, and there's a ton of replays. There are drawing groups, there's interviews, panels, webinars. They are perfect to play in your tattoo studio or art studio front room, as well as if you have a client who you are torturing. Sometimes they throw the headphones on and listen to an interview, and then they're a little bit more relaxed, and they're actually asking you about getting sleeves and stuff. I'm heading over to reinventing247.com. And this is a spot where, we keep talking about all of these different shows that we're doing. And what I want to do is show you, if you go to Reinventing247 is a reinventing247.com. If you go there, it's a whole set of replays. This is Perpetual Roots talking with Guy Aitchison. It's pretty out of control. At any given time, there's, I think, 5 channels playing. And maybe if how do I change this around? There we go. You could see there's different channels here. If you scroll down to the bottom, past our sponsors, thank you sponsors, there is a form here for the Reinventing the Tattoo sample pack, soon to be famous, and we're not sure how much longer they're actually going to last for. So please, if you are a tattooer, boogie. We have Cheyenne tattoo equipment scent samples as well as raw pigment samples. Put in your studio address, and there's a couple questions. And then we will send you a goodie bag. So that's Reinventing 24/7. Okay. Our weekly shows. So I know that you're watching this live right now if you're with me, but if you're watching a replay and you're like, man, wish I was catching one of these live shows. Let me tell you the shows that are happening regularly. Every Sunday at 1 o'clock. Is a Reinventing drawing group where artists all beam in with their homework, their tattoo homework, basically. They're drawing their designs for the week. This is with Jason Leeser. 9 o'clock p.m. every Sunday is the Tattoo Weekly. Jake Meeks from the Fireside Tattoo Network, Lauren Gregory from a whole range of different tattoo places, including Reinventing the Tattoo, and me, I'm Gabe Ripley. Nice to introduce myself to you. If this is the first time you're tuning in and I haven't introduced myself yet. Anyways, I'm Gabe Ripley. So the three of us will talk about things that happened in the last week, things that are happening in the next week, and sometimes things that happened in the way past, because we all have a lot of great content that we could dig out from the past. The Tattoo Weekly, that's every Sunday at 9 o'clock. Mondays at 9 o'clock are the early bird drawing groups with Kier is on to do the hosting regularly now, every Mondays at 9 o'clock in the morning. These are all these times are Eastern Standard. At 9 o'clock p.m. is the subscriber exercises with Guy Aitchison. Those are for members only. It's pretty amazing. Guy will lead you through an exercise and then critique your homework from the week before every Monday. And watching people do this regularly for months on end, the improvement is incredible. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. is a Reinventing Drawing group with Ricardo. Wednesdays at 12 noon is the TattooNOW show. That's actually the show that you're watching. We're doing a little bit early with Church today. He's in LA, so it's wicked early for him. Thursdays at 12 noon is, Thursdays at 10 a.m. is a subscribers fundamental exercises with Kier, including apprentices. That is mostly a members exercise, although there's usually one free one for apprentices who are trying to figure out whether reinventing is for them. Thursdays at 12 noon, Tattoo Collecting Podcast. Okay, that is our regular show events. Real world events that we will be at October 3rd to the 6th, 2021 is the Paradise BYOB. Bring your own brains, brushes, beets or berries if you're a vegan. We will be webcasting a ton of these Reinventing Live shows from Jiminy Peak. It's a nice airy resort so that, we're not going to all be cram-packed inside. We'll do as much outside as we can. So yes, you can check out paradisebyob.com. Registration is open now for the seminars. People are registering. The tickets are very affordable. It is a seminars a la carte, and it will all be webcast out. So if you're an apprentice and can't afford to make it, or if you're just paranoid about the bug going around, you can feel free to check out the website and find the virtual tickets. You can also go to courses.reinventingthetattoo.com to find the virtual tickets. More about that later. November 12th to the 14th, pandemic pending, we'll be over at the Brussels Tattoo Convention. Nick Baxter, Ivana, and I will be doing seminars. A lot of reinventing people will be over. That's the Brussels Tattoo Convention. Next year, 2022, way more likely to go off without a hitch, will be February 5th to the 6th, Reinventing Tattoo Live from the Red Tree / True Tubes compound in Columbus, Ohio, with Derb's place out there. We'll be doing art jams and stuff for the public on the Saturday. Sunday will be seminars. I think we might be doing a tattoo shop kind of I don't know. We'll see what we're doing on that Sunday. It'll be for tattooers, though. May 20th to 22nd, 2022 is Hill City, Columbus, hillcity.com. Reinventing and TattooNOW will have a booth there. Actually, I think we should have a full room to do something really artsy. July 8th to the 10th is the Rock River Tattoo Art Expo in Rockford, Illinois. Cliff Breakers, an amazing venue on the river. TattooArtExpo.com for those details. Booth registration is actually open, so if you want to have your portfolio reviewed for a possible spot, tattooartexpo.com. July 29th to the 31st, 2022, the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational is in Akron, Ohio. Tony Urbanik is producing it. He makes a lot of the Tattoo Machine seminars. October 20th to the 23rd is the Paradise Tattoo Gathering. Let me please... Well, wait, is this working? Let us know in the, looks like Jason says everything is looking great, Gabe. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Jason. I'm going to, Facebook. Okay, we've got hi from the Philippines. Salute. Hello from Switzerland. Hey, Savi. ADL Australia. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to give it a share or like or pass it around. I'm going to chat up our sponsors because they help make this programming available for free for everybody. So upcoming professional development and on-demand professional development can always be found at reinventingthetattoo.com, where you can go straight to courses.reinventingthetattoo.com. Guys, Canon started off as a 3-ring binder, turned into this massive book with DVDs, then an online course, and we recently gave it a full massage into the perfect online educational platforms, including very awesome Monday exercises that are live exercises with Guy Aitchison. So check it out. It's well worth the price. That's the Reinventing the Tattoo canon. There's also seminars by Andre Malcolm, BJ Betts, Bob Tyrrell, a whole bunch of upcoming ones coming up at Paradise. We'd like to welcome sponsor Interstate Inc. LA. That's on the Instagrams at Interstate Inc. LA. Church has got an amazing studio out there, and they are fully supportive of a clean and sober lifestyle. And people that are in recovery are more than welcome. Actually, we'll be talking to Church all about it in this interview. So stay tuned for more about that. But definitely check out Interstate Inc. LA. Their talent is speaks for itself. But if you're looking for that type of supportive environment or an inspirational story to make sure that you know that you can use art to get your second, third, fourth, fifth chance, whatever the next chance. Interstate Inc. LA. Okay. InkJetStencils.com has been supporting the Reinventing Network from, well, the beginning, well, it was like 6-8 months ago when we started doing these. If you do your stencil prep on the iPad or the Photoshop, then you can print out on one of the refillable EcoTank Epson printers. If you tune up the printer, you'll get your amazing stencils. Saves you a bit of time, saves you a little bit of dough, saves your hands or your apprentice's hands. And whether you're doing back pieces and sleeves, they actually have printouts that'll do the whole thing at once, or you're hammering out flash, it'll work for you. Let's see, rawpigments.co, acrylic free and vegan friendly. They don't dry out in the cup. Again, you can get samples at reinventing247.com and scroll down. worldtattooevents.com, the most comprehensive tattoo convention directory. I know I tried to copy it and there's no way I could. He keeps it updated like mad. And these days, the conventions are happening like crazy. Updates are happening like crazy. DLies Pro is known as Dermalize Worldwide. Check out their videos online. The list of, actually, I was looking at the list here and I got the new tattoo magazine. There's an article for one of our events, but check out that list of artists that are using Dermalize and DLies Pro. It's awesome. In the Total Tattoo, thank you for the article on the future of tattoo conventions. It's a replay that was on the Reinventing Tattoo podcast. Okay, TattooNOW.com. That's me. I'm a computer geek. If you go to GabeRipley.com, there are free 15-minute consulting sessions, as well as a free webinar. Guy Aitchison.com founded Reinventing. We couldn't do any of this without him. I am going to hop on with gallery mode. Okay, Chris, if you could unmute yourself. Like I said, hey, thank you very much for sitting through that intro, but it does seem like it gave it enough time for people to share it around. And it's exciting to catch up with you. Yeah, look at this. It's all working like it's supposed to. So you're bright and early out there in LA.
Yeah, it's about 8 a.m. A
Awesome.
little early, I'm used to.
Sure. You know, we started at one point, we would have some tattooers that would work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And it's pretty amazing that if you were a great tattooer, you know, you can kind of carve away your own schedule. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. And I know that you have a tattoo coming up. I guess let's cut to the chase. Let's first talk about the opportunity that you want to present to the Reinventing and really the whole network of tattooers. Let's just give a couple minutes to that opportunity so we can get it right out there. But then obviously you've got a great story to dive into. So, but yeah, let's start off. I'm going to spotlight you, and then let us know where the studio is and who you're seeking to find. Replace pin on first screen, and then I'll also be screen sharing your portfolio and some of the pictures you shared with me in the background.
Cool. Yeah, Interstate is it's in Woodland Hills, which is in the valley, San Fernando Valley. The whole thing came to be when I got a phone call and was invited out here to kind of get my shit together, man. I had pretty much destroyed my entire career, and I came out here to start over. And the people who invited me, I'm not sure if some people may remember the old Felony Fights DVDs. It was Annie Michael Lynch had put those together, and these days, instead of advocating violence, he is helping people like myself with histories of drug abuse and alcoholism get their lives back together. And
Awesome.
yeah, I ended up business partners with him in Interstate Inc. And it's been amazing, man. I want to be able to give that same opportunity to anybody else who might be struggling with drug addiction, which I know plagues the industry for sure. I know there's got to be some people out there who could benefit from, a good, clean, sober environment. I think what sets us apart from other clean shops is the fact that we are connected to every level of treatment. So no matter what, where somebody's at with their issues, we can help. Yeah,
that's amazing. And so what do you mean by that? So like, if what kind of support does that mean you have out there?
Well, Michael owns Stairways Recovery Homes. I believe he has 10, maybe even 11 houses at this point. But aside from that, he has an intensive outpatient program. I mean, no matter what level of help someone may need, from detox on up to, housing, residential situation, we can help, and the cool thing about it is we would have a built-in opportunity for, employment as well. We got a shop here that's, I got a couple empty chairs, and, our main focus is we just want to see, that people stay clean, and focus on their art.
Yeah, it's amazing. We, do a couple times a year, we do drunk critiques, and, definitely what that means is a couple times a year, there's definitely somebody who's, who is very gung ho for drunk critique, or, is having a very good time with it. And then they're like, no, I'm not drinking anymore. To be able to actually balance the crazy wildness with, just an actual supportive environment and crew of people that, kind of understand and already have gone through the ringer. Now, obviously you've been tattooing, through a pretty wild roller coaster. Your skill level is pretty awesome. And between the shoes and the tattoos, there's you want to make sure that obviously you're putting the call out to help everybody. To tattoo at the shop, there's a standard. Mostly, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some of your tattoos and your artwork. And if you care to talk about, clients that are there, the type of tattooers that you would be looking to, that would be a success. I'll be excited to play some of these, your portfolio here. It's great to see it progress. And those sneakers are out of control.
Thanks. That actually started off as just gifts for my kids, man. And grew into a side hustle,
Awesome. Here, let me scroll down to get to them. I'm going to blast by all these tattoos. But well, again, it's we'll dork out on each of these. But there we go. Here's some of the sneakers here.
Geiger. It's the only pair I did for myself.
Oh yeah, awesome. These are sick. And then you just started. How long have you been working on these sneakers, and how long do they take? It looks like you must really be patient with them.
So I've been doing it for a little over 2 years now. They're extremely time consuming. I would say, a pair like the ones on the screen now is a good 40, maybe even more, 40 hours or so. Some of it's one dot at a time. There's a lot of layering involved.
That's amazing.
It's all done with fabric markers.
Sweet. Hey, if there's people I know there's people that are watching in the chat room. If let us know in the comments, what sneakers you'd like to see Church go after. I mean, he's clearly taken. What are you doing? You do these by commission? You said the Geigers were the only ones that you were doing.
Yeah,
for yourself.
I've done a couple pairs. In the very beginning, I did some just to keep momentum going. keep posting them, keep people seeing them. And I have a few pairs in a showcase at the shop, but most of the time it's commission, especially these days.
Yeah, cool. I was pretty excited. We were chatting a little bit. I believe you're going to be streaming out your next pair of sneakers from hopefully from start to finish on the Reinventing community. Is that the truth?
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. I just took on a pair that I haven't started yet. As a matter of fact, I was in the process of moving, had to get desk and everything set up, but I'm going to jump on those pretty soon.
Look at these.
Yeah, that was before he lost the rematch.
Oh, dope. And now these are going mostly to sneaker collectors. Like I would just start asking a bunch of newbie questions. Like, I mean, I guess do people wear these? Are these going to like collectors, like art collectors?
Most of the people who have purchased these don't wear them.
Yeah.
I've had tattoo shop owners buy them, put them in the showcase in their in their lobby, or there's just it's so much involved in them. I mean, they're sealed with beeswax, but I don't know if I'd be too anxious to wear them outside and running around.
No. Yeah. Good to that's kind of what I was imagining, but yeah, well, that's a pretty sick set of pictures there. So now let's shifting into tattooing a little bit. I'll fire up some of your tattoos, but you also have an apprentice there. Is that the truth, or right?
Yes, also in sobriety.
Awesome. How did you want to talk a little bit about that? How that how she was able to earn that opportunity, and what it's been like to take on an apprentice?
Yeah, of course. She's her boyfriend is a member of the community that ultimately came out here to be part of. And they stopped by the shop one day, and she had mentioned having an artistic background, and just seemed like the right fit. And, she's doing pretty well with it, man.
Awesome. And let me get my camera back here. And how did how long has she been an apprentice? She started tattooing on the public yet, or?
Yeah, about a year. She does a lot of small walk-in type stuff, which is great because I'm pretty busy with my schedule. So, generally speaking, the simplistic stuff that walks through the door, she can take that, and
awesome.
That.
Oh, that's great. And then does that mean you have end up having too many people looking to get tattooed for, is your demand right now outweighing your supply? I mean, I guess it sounds stupid, but are there more tattoos coming? Do you have walkouts?
It's hard to get to all of it. The cool thing about this situation is the recovery community in Southern California is massive, and it's all walks of life. So I would say a good 98% of my clientele are, in sobriety. And not only that, but I tattoo a lot of people who own treatment centers, and just it's so easy to spread the word. And I get, a lot of requests, and some of it I can't get to. So, it's just been expanding since day one, and I'm ready to take on, some other artists. And to be perfectly honest with you, I saw a little recruiting video that Damon Conklin had put together.
Oh, yeah.
It was on Reinventing. And that's what gave me this idea. I thought, what? I could put together a recruiting video of my own, but recruit the guys who are struggling, like maybe, the guys who can't, for whatever reason, had a lot of talent, but were told, sorry, but the drinking, it's a bit too much, in the video I put together, it's I said, don't throw them to the wolves, throw them our way, because if they want help, they can get it on any level.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I guess I need to get a hold of the latest cut. I'm embarrassed that I don't have it to fire up for people after this, but
yeah, I gotta email it to you, Phil.
Cool. Well, to give us another opportunity, to catch up. So it really is. I mean, one of the things that I love about tattooing, and it really is amazing that it's very enabling, right? And it's an amplifier, right? So I imagine that when you were in an unhealthy lifestyle, I'm sure that tattooing kind of enabled you to kind of live it to its fullest. One of the things I talk about in my seminars is that, a successful tattooer can be absolutely anything they want to be. So you have to make sure that, you want to be something, positive, and then the other thing that happens is like every weakness will get stress tested, tattooing allows, again, along with that ability to be whoever you want to be, allows you to be, like I said, it means you have to make sure that whatever it might be that, is that weakness you learn about for yourself. It's a lot of personal growth. So anyways, so do you care to talk a little bit about, your journey in tattoos and how that went through the roller coaster ride and ultimately now has helped you get another chance and help others get it?
Without a doubt. In the beginning, I guess I've been at it, I want to say 18, 19 years now. When I first started, I sought out an apprenticeship, and it wasn't the easiest thing to find, especially back then. But somehow or another, I ended up at the DC tattoo convention. I had only been messing around for about 3 weeks, maybe a month, and I met Mike Cole. That chance encounter changed everything because he suggested reinventing the tattoo. And this was back, the 3-ring binder. And that it pretty much changed everything for me because, struggling with drugs and alcohol my entire life, it gave me something positive to obsess over, if that makes sense. And, I threw myself into tattooing wholeheartedly, and things were going really well. I had a website through you guys, through TattooNOW, and was starting to do conventions and, get out there and, really mingle. And the problem that I had was I hadn't really made any changes, personally. And that's about 4 years into my career. This shit really hit the fan, so to speak. And those temptations that you were saying, you'll be tested, and sure enough, it was all bad. I owned a couple shops in Maryland. I was doing really well, single family home, half acre, the whole, all the toys and all that good stuff. And within a couple of years, I was living on a sailboat below Key West with 27 cents in my pocket. I had burned everything to the ground. And that behavior kind of went on for a good solid 10 years until I got the invite to come out here. And I jumped on the opportunity, and I couldn't have made a better decision. It's been amazing. When I first came out here, I'm tattooing another location, believe it or not, Interstate Inc. used to be Interstate Vape. They got it licensed so I could work there. They had 12-step meetings out back. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a good, solid spot for me to sit and work without being part of the industry. Just kind of get my mind right in that first year or so. And it grew to the point where, we now have a location that is strictly a tattoo shop. The cool thing about it was, in the beginning, I said, what are the, let's talk about shop responsibilities. They said, we don't care, just stay clean. Okay, so what about supplies? We'll get you what you need. We don't care, just stay clean. I said, what about hours? We don't care, just stay clean. And, I came to realize that as long as I focused on that, first and foremost, everything else would fall into place, and it really has. It's blown up to epic proportions, and I came out here with absolutely nothing and just signed a lease for a 3-bedroom townhouse, which is no easy task in Los Angeles. It's expensive here, man. Bottom line is, after being given such an amazing opportunity, I want to be able to give it back. I I know for a fact there's people out there in the similar situation as me, and it's just got like mad skills and they're wasting them, So, that's where I'm at. I want to be able to just give that same opportunity to other artists.
Awesome. And I'm so happy to have you on. I'm sure that, people are going to be able to, ping over this video and, future videos, to their network, because everyone, maybe not everyone, but there's a ton of people who know people. And it's horrifying watching someone that doesn't have control, but also, has so much, often will have so much talent, and sometimes it's the same kind of brainy thing that's going on that makes them unique and awesome, but also has something else that needs to get fulfilled or explored. It's such a nature fucks with us in so many different ways that frankly, it's amazing any of us can really get along. And one of the things I really appreciate about the culture is that the second chance, or again, the third chance, fourth chance, like I don't even know how many chances it is. I don't even, but the ability to, acknowledge, fucked up things that have happened and then move on with them. And I'm sure that clearly not all of the relationships get repaired, but enough of them do, or at least there's enough that gets repaired to be able to move forward in a positive manner. And then with tattooing, and again, with a whole supportive community, to the other end of it, trying to be in recovery or sober and being in an environment where there's, drugs all around or fun, all of the temptations, obviously removing that from the environment is one of the major steps in keeping away. Like I can't even keep out of my ice cream. It's like the only way for me to not devour all the ice cream right away from start to finish is if it's not in the house.
Yeah, my ice cream was narcotics. But it's pretty amazing, man, because not only is it like it's a supportive community, like not only is the shop and the owners and the other people who are in here supportive, but it's all the clientele as well. It's bizarre. And it started from really humble beginnings. I was tattooing people for pennies on the dollar. I've even taken food stamp cards on it. In the very beginning, it was just whatever it took to kind of get back on track. And I've reached a point, about 3.5 years in, where everything that I've worked on and worked for, I'm at a point where I can give back. And that's when I contacted you and kind of got this whole thing going, It's my wife's leg.
Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, my thing was on mute here. Now, are you accepting new clients out there, or are your books closed? Or
no? Right now I'm taking appointments for October, November, so I'm not too far out. We definitely don't have the books closed, but I'm always open to take on new people.
Awesome. And do you have a particular? Obviously you have some bio, you have some realism in here. What?
I think those two are have always been my main focus. Combining the two if I can, But yeah, I love the realistic stuff. Kind of finish it from the bottom up. I don't do a whole lot of tattoo work that has hard definitive line work. Especially these days,
Cool. And this is great work. So let's yeesh. We can end on this. This tattoo is one of my favorites.
That's actually I actually have the skull replica that I keep in the shoe case with my shoes. So I actually had the opportunity to photograph the skull, get the lighting right and, the angle and everything perfectly. I use it quite often, actual photo reference rather than Google.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes all the difference in the world, right? Like this definitely is not like, the 15th skull on sheet number 3 of, skull with jaw, picture. It, to your point, like you can make sure the lighting's to what you want it to be. Like I said, it's a great tattoo and it stood right out. All of it looks great. But cool. So let's let people know real short and succinct. I'm going to feature you. I'm going to mute myself, and then let's just give us like the perfect chunk that I could edit out. That is, yeah, like you've kind of already talked about it once or twice, but let's just get one good 2-minute version. Hey, I'm Chris. I'm in LA. The shop's about XYZ, and if you're looking to, do a guest spot or land here as a resident, or get tattooed.
Yeah. So, ready? How you doing? My name is Chris. People call me Church. I own a shop there in Los Angeles, specifically Northridge in the San Fernando Valley. It is called Interstate Inc. It is a clean and sober shop. What sets it apart from other clean and sober shops is that we are connected to every level of treatment and can actually help people get their shit together. We're looking for artists. If they don't have to be, but if they're struggling with addiction issues, we can help with that built-in job here. And above and beyond that, always looking for possible guest spots, maybe other new clientele, just looking to get the word out. You got a good, safe, clean environment where art is the main focus and sobriety.
Perfect. Awesome. Cool, man. Well, I know that you have a tattoo coming in. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to do this. There's definitely some action, even though it's an odd time in the I think it was the Facebooks that were lit up a little bit this time. But awesome. I'll be able to have more than enough to edit, and then yeah, I'm very excited to check out when you're working on the shoes next. And if you have any issues, let me know like right away. You could give a call because I want to get you set up so that you can just stream straight to the Reinventing community. Then everyone will get an alert that says, Church is starting the shoes, and it'll also record it. So if we have a full set of video from start to finish, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, the next pair is it's going to be pretty cool. So the dandelion little wish things, but like somebody took the photographs with the sunset behind them, so they're all illuminated. But thanks for having me. Hopefully I get some some positive feedback from getting all this moving.
Hope so. It's awesome to at least be able to offer to people. So yeah, I'm sure that people will take advantage. And cool. We'll catch up in the near future.